promised, here comes part two of the Maker's End portion of the game. I said I was going to split this into two parts, and here we are. This is part two. We are about to head into Maker's End, and there's a big chunk of this story that gets told here. A big, big chunk of this story. So I hope you guys enjoy.
It's tight, but I can still stay.
Now, the Eclipse people were only able to get this far. This is as far as they were able to get.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile
Confirmed.
Entry authorized.
Greetings, Dr. Sobek. I love that. Just, first time I heard that, I went, I'm sorry, who? Aloy, your whole world's about to change, my girl. Your whole world is about to change.
Dr. Sobek, you are 355,500.
Okay, so 355,000. Hold on, I need to write this down. Because we are going to work out, for the first time since I played this game, we are actually going to work out how long it has been. 365,510. Now, my computer is not plugged into a keyboard right now because I'm plugging into the capture card, obviously. So we're going to walk across the house here. And find Valkyrie asleep. Some of you may not know Valkyrie. Others do. But it's adorable. She's high as shit and asleep in her chair. Alright, so that was 365,510 divided by 365. So, Dr. Elizabeth Sobek had an appointment in this building 1,001 years ago. Yes. I needed to use a calculator. Just, yeah. I didn't want to edit this, and now I do. Dr. Elizabeth Sobek had an appointment in this building 1,001 years ago. Let that sink in for a second. It has been over 1,000 years since that automated message was put in there that this person had an appointment in this building. 1,000 years. All right.
Please proceed to the 35th floor.
Wait. 350,000. That's hundreds of years ago. What's going on?
More than hundreds, Aloy. I mean, it's 1,000. But you are definitely good at math because you are right. I think I may have been supposed to climb up. thought I was supposed to climb up. Oh, I didn't even see that open door there. I'm a dumbass. Alright, so we need to go that way. So instead, we're going to go this way. Nothing in this room. Nothing back here.
The protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, quantum encryption, black quartz stuff, way beyond military grade. That's what you demanded, so that's what we delivered.
You don't code something you can't crack. All we need is a backdoor. Upload the latest service pack update and the problem goes away.
You specifically forbade us from leaving anything resembling a backdoor in code. Every protocol to Black Quartz standard. Your words. Look, if you need me to fudge some projections, it's nothing we haven't done before.
I don't need fudged projections. I need a way to reassert control over the Hearts Timor swarm.
I don't know what to tell you, Ted. You're asking the impossible.
So, codes. They needed codes of some kind to control the machines. But they got out of control. Sounds bad.
Not just the machines, a specific swarm of the machines. What do we got in here? Absolutely nothing.
Victor's gone. And a statue of one who led. A
Correct.
machine built to kill. And I honored it?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across the globe, Faro remains committed to making the future smarter, brighter, safer, and always surprising. Faro...
Reception log. July 27th, 2064. That also right there gives you an idea on what the year is currently in game. So if it's been 1,000 years, it's 3065, 3066, somewhere between 3065 and 3100. 9:54 a.m. Field Commander Dang of the Indo-Malay Agricultural Combine arrived with his delegation. Refreshments to be served before their 10:15 sales presentation on the Chariot line. Per instructions, food will be vegetarian only. 10:07 a.m. Sander Agnew, Vice President of Territorial Integrity from Fresh Grounds Coffee Global, arrived with his entourage. Refreshments to be served before their 10:30 sales presentation on the Chariot line. Per instructions, we use Fresh Grounds Tacoma blend, no artificial creamers. 10:12 a.m. So that happened. Called security and janitorial to clean up the coffee that was spilled. Actually, more like thrown. I wasn't aware that the Indo-Malay Combine grows coffee beans, and that Fresh Grounds acquisition team had tried to take their fields by force repeatedly. I think Commandant Dang had Agnew by the hair for a second there. Who schedules these things? I'm going to drop a line to sales. This can't happen again.
Automated Solutions. For every problem of life, a smart solution.
So what was this place?
a corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to your focus. They'll help you understand.
Let's see what he's uploaded here. We've got Elizabeth Sobek, born March 11, 2020, an American scientist, roboticist, and engineer, widely regarded as one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. Born and raised outside Carson City, Nevada, she enrolled in Stanford University at age 13, earned a BS in experimental physics and computer science at 16. She completed her PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence at Carnegie Mellon University in 2040. Joined Faro Automotive, which is where we are, as a junior scientist the same year. She quickly rose to chief scientist by the age of 22. Over the next 8 years, her green robots designs played a vital role in realizing the environmental cleanup and detoxification efforts of the clawback decade, propelling Faro to the forefront of the field. In 2048, she suddenly resigned from Faro, protesting the company's pivot to automated military technologies. In 2049, she founded her own firm dedicated to life-positive robotics and other technologies. That firm has since become one of the world's largest suppliers of green robots, winning numerous awards and accolades. Okay, so she was a true scientist at heart. Ted Faro. I'm literally not going to read all this. All you really need to know about Ted, up until a certain year, is that the man was your textbook evil executive. He made his fortune early. He was cocky. He was arrogant. Um, he made his reputation and fortune off of Elizabeth's back, is what it sounds like, with her clawback um, period. And then decided he wanted to move into military because, of course, he did. Uh, yeah. This is pretty much repeating the same thing. The definition of a corporation and the reception log.
Now I know this must seem like a bizarre change in direction. Team with Faro Automated Solutions, right? #1 robotics firm in the world. Why would we clear our production slate to fabricate human-operated vehicles and weapon systems, the relics of the past? All I can say at this juncture is, trust me, we will be exploiting a massive, growth opportunity by retooling and reallocating capacity according to my plan. So I will need revised projections of mass fabrication velocity across every pipeline within 36 hours.
So they were making machines, and they stopped to make other kinds of weapons? Why?
I never really put that together until just now. That really does show you how evil this man really truly was. And I'll explain at the end of this section, because I don't want to give anything away too early for those of you who are just watching this for the first time. I doubt there are any of you who are just watching this for the first time, but you can never know.
There's Sultan, not even Old Death. Nothing like it. Not okay then. But I could get through.
So this is a response to to receptions saying that they were going to complain to somebody. Hey reception, if this is your real name, want to know who scheduled in Indomaya or Malay right next to Fresh Grounds? That would be me, Senior VP of Sales. You want to know why? After that little hair pulling incident, both sides increased their bids by 40%. I'll explain because your receptionist level brain probably requires it. Those two sides are fighting. And what do we sell? That's right, combat machines. We want them to hate each other. So they will try to fight each other with what? That's right, again, combat machines. which they will pay us a lot of money for. So I suggest you go back to serving coffee with a blank smile and let me do my much more complicated job. Thanks a bunch, Mr. Fredkin to you. I hate people like that. I genuinely hate people like that, and I've met a couple. And I fucking hate them. Oh,
Looks like I can climb here.
god damn.
Wait.
Aloy got spider monkey DNA. Okay, here we go. I remember this area. There's a lot of information right in, just crammed right in here. I just gotta find which rooms it's in. There's one. From Ted to Paula Spiritual Summit. Recent events have sharpened my perspective. Jesus Christ. And I think that I, and Pharaoh in general, have been neglecting the spiritual side of things, not under any specific religious framework, of course, but in a more general sense, as in not giving enough thought to our shared values, hopes, and aspirations for the afterlife. I'd like you to reach out to religious leaders of every stripe with the intention of scheduling a conference soon, very soon. I'll have more thoughts about the agenda later, but for now, let's put out some feelers and see if we can lock something in. Make it a big tent. No nooks, but anyone with a no kooks, but anyone with a credible audience. Let's go deluxe. Make it clear we'll spare no expense. Well, that plays into the other, yeah. High priority alert. Non or automated log note. All non-essential systems have entered hibernation. High priority alert. Automated log note. Full lockdown has been initiated. High priority alert. Due to the increasing frequency of violent protests targeting the campus, the security of Faro employees can no longer be guaranteed. Therefore, we have taken the difficult decision to shutter the facility indefinitely. Staff will be briefed on a block-by-block basis regarding proper procedures for archiving and/or disposal of project-related data and materials. HiSec and a crisis team will then conduct exit review before all areas are locked down. Priority messaging to all staff in ENF blocks. Treat the current lockdown situation as an exercise, but do not attempt to release the hatches or otherwise exit the buildings. A reminder that while HiSec personnel remain committed to employee safety during the current unfortunate events, personal firearms must be relinquished when presenting for identiscan. Additional public access roads en route to the campus have now been closed to relieve waiting time to the outer security cordons. HiSec reminds all staff that the campus remains off limits to the public. Following recent campus security issues, all staff are reminded that presenting for identiscan and displaying your security badge prominently at all times for image analysis are both mandatory. In light of recent acts of terrorism directed at the rapid transit system, HiSec now offers a Big Brother initiative to accompanying staff traveling from off-site. Sign-up is required and strongly encouraged. 48 more entries in high priority, additional entries corrupted. So that tells us that after whatever happened, people were extremely angry at Pharaoh.
Blame his place for something. Something bad.
All right, here we go. Let's start with the left.
Khopesh provides a one-size-fits-all solution to main battle force capability. Metamaterial construction delivers unmatched recoil dampening, allowing you to field any weapon package that conforms to your budget needs and conflict resolution profile. Patented biomass conversion systems allow extended emergency operations with minimal environmental impact. Multilinear target processing provides simultaneous real-time threat analysis and legal review for autonomous domestic operations. Or control can be slaved to the swarm's neural network for weapons-free force application. Either way, when it's time to call out the big guns, it's time to call Khopesh.
The Deathbringer.
The Deathbringer.
So this was the heavy hitter. Main battle force indeed.
And there were a couple of things in that review which are alarming.
The BOR-7 Horus. Imagine your complete engagement ecosystem comprehensively managed by a high-speed learning machine network. Whether your need is to replace battlefield losses or intensify force projection, the Horus's onboard manufacturing capabilities mean you'll never get stuck waiting for the next arms delivery. Simply redefine your force parameters, and the Horus will fabricate additional units to fill the ranks for an affordable per-unit licensing fee. Meanwhile, the biomass conversion systems of other Chariot line models allow them to keep the Horus fueled, repaired, and ready, extending its operational tolerances beyond that of any competing Titan-class platform. That's the Horus advantage. Always regulating, always ready. The future of automated warfare made real today.
The metal devil. Some of these were fine machines too. Manufacturing capabilities. They can make more of themselves.
Correct.
But how would you ever stop them?
Now you're starting to see the problem, Aloy. And the last one you watched should have told you the other part. You're starting to get a clear picture here.
The ACA-3 Scarab combines
The Corruptor.
and information warfare capabilities in one package. Designed for high-speed, all-terrain reconnaissance, it boasts the world's highest survivability rating of any Scout-class autonomous agent. Maybe it's the Scarab's emergency biomass conversion systems that ensure it always makes it back to base, even if fuel supply lines have been interdicted. Or maybe it's the Scarab's ability to slave enemy robots to its own network. Now that's force multiplication. Add a prehensile manipulator arm that can handle a host of functions, from 360-degree less lethal riot management to surgical repairs of allied Chariot line models. And you've got the workhorse of any cutting-edge peacekeeping fleet.
The Corruptor. Slave enemy robots to its own network.
Correct.
Sounds like it's talking about Polycarp's machines.
And also the fact that it could repair the other machines that were damaged in a fight. That's the important thing of that you're not paying attention to, Aloy.
That's leftovers. I'll be a little way up. Closing mail most of the way. Not making this easy, Dr. Sobek.
Not making this easy,
If
Dr.
I can find a
Sobek.
way to hang on up here, guess I can too.
Hold up. Oh, I was going the right way after all. My bad.
That began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hart's Timor Energy Combine.
Peacekeepers. That's what they call their machines. They were built for war, not peace.
Yeah, but if you call them peacekeepers, it's better press. That's all that is, Aloy. It's all about press.
Snow haze. White as bone. That fog got dark.
I love how self-examining Aloy truly is. She's like, oh, look, snow, white as bone. And, oh, damn, that thought got dark. I love that so much. No, no, no. Up. There you go. And now over. There you go. Oh, there it is. Took me a second to figure out where the hell the damn... Getting cold, huh, Aloy? Higher up we go. The Banda Sea Incident. Another problem to add to our big steaming pile. Apparently, a fisherman in the Banda Sea captured video of a Hart's Timer Horus unit refueling via biomatter conversion along the shoreline of Palo Huetor on a pod of endangered dolphins, no less, quite possibly the last of their kind. Not to get graphic, but it looks like what happens inside a blender, as if the robots were whipping up a big pink swirling milkshake of dolphin chum. Our suppression team has scrubbed it from 43 networks, but it's still propagating, so it's only a matter of time before it goes viral. A prepared statement feels grossly insufficient. Any suggestions? This one's a real stinker. Oh, that would have to suck.
Hurry up. All it takes is a few good handholds.
Here we are.
Alright. Made it. Now we don't walk home.
I do know the first thing I need to get, however, is up here. Because I will forget after the info dump.
Some kind of parasite. I wonder what it's for.
And of course, this tower in the sky, hovering over the very clouds themselves, would have been Ted Farrow's office, because only a egomaniacal douchebag like him could literally have an office this high.
All data is being erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy Alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Yes.
Yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
There's Ted.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your daddy confirms this.
Alright, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. get
I
reacquainted.
know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me Swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Fowler brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Yes, they did.
Another file has been recovered.
Like she said, the amount of crow he had to have eaten to get her there. Like she said.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation the Swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months.
15
We're not
fucking
talking
months.
civilization, we're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
You
It's
don't.
not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean.
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean.
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth, but somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
Just to recap, for those of you who may not speak technobabble, he created a line of robots, made them able to build more of themselves internally, from inside from inside themselves, and the ability to convert any form of organic matter into energy they could run on. And after doing this, one of these, it wasn't like a whole bunch of robots. It was one of those big Horus units. Now, those big Horus units can make Deathbringers or Kopeshes and Scorpions, and the Kopeshes fight, the Scorpions can heal them, and the Horus consumes life to fuel whatever it creates. 15 months is all it would take for this one machine to turn into so many that it would strip the earth bare of all forms of organic life. Plants, animals, people, probably things so far down as, single-celled organisms. The oceans would also be completely bare. Machines don't have to breathe.
Project Zero.
Name of the game.
Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You can and you will.
Choice, Ted.
I know.
I'm speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice...
Your choice is what I tell them.
And I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
I'm going to pause here. That is something that has been hotly debated by the fans of this franchise since this game came out. It is the one thing that this game, to the best of my knowledge, has never told you. What the original glitch was. Why Hades wakes up is explained in the second game, from what I understand. And like all the other stuff that happened before the Earth fell is explained in this one. The things that happen in this game, the futuristic type stuff, an AI waking up, an AI taking control of a human population to bring back the machines, like all of that is explained in the second game, from what I understand. All the previous stuff in this one. But that is the one piece of information that has never been explained. I have a theory, however. My theory is based on what we know about Ted himself. Ted is a egotistical, arrogant, greedy, power-hungry megalomaniac. You can see by the way he manipulated his company to build weapons to profit from the swarm going rogue. He knew the world would need weapons of the handheld variety, and he was more than happy to provide it to them for a price. Because he figured this wasn't the end. He figured that they'd find a solution for this, and the world would go on, and in the course of this tragedy, he and his company could make trillions. It also shows you in the way he brought that conglomerate of religious leaders together to convince them that the world needed a spiritual cleansing, so to speak, and keep the population calm. Everything he did, even before he met with Elizabeth, was about profiting as much from this situation as he possibly could, no matter the consequences. He didn't care about anybody else. He didn't care about anything, really, unless it benefited him in some way. So I personally think the glitch, I think it's going to be revealed probably in the third and final game, that Ted Faro himself did put a backdoor into the Chariot line, did put a glitch into the Chariot line. Something only he knew about that would give him the ability to change slight directives. Like, let's say that government and that coffee company were to come to terms with a peace accord. They tell their machines to stand down. Ted, I think, put a code into the machines that nobody knew about that would allow one to, even if it's something as simple as firing a single shot from one side or the other. That's all it would take. When you're sitting on a powder keg, all it takes is a single moment, a single flame to reignite that fire. And I think he put something into the code for the machines that would allow him to, even if only momentarily, assert outside control by removing it from the control of who he sells it to. Think of it like you sever the line just briefly to its quote master, and then your systems are able to take control. What he didn't count on is that there was no back door in these machines, and when he severed the line to the energy company he'd sold that unit to, my guess is he tried to sever control after that dolphin incident, because it specifically tells you that dolphin incident when you already know about the biomass conversion. It's not a big shocker that they can do this, so why are they specifically telling you about that specific event? So I think after that event with the dolphins, Ted tried to use that crack, that little link in the code to sever command from the energy company and give command back to his company, back to FAS. Only problem is, somewhere between severing the connection from the energy company and FAS taking control back, it didn't take that second step. It severed control from the energy company, but never took control from FAS. So it was left completely on its own. It was loyal to no one and answering to no one. And once that happened, there was no back door for Ted to get in to stop it. That's what I think caused the glitch. Alright, here we go.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me.
Because you see right there, Jesus, Liz, you don't have to threaten me. Whatever that glitch was, he did it personally, and he was terrified of people finding out.
I'll sign.
So terrified that the mere thought of her telling anybody makes him embrace a plan he views as too extreme.
God, forgive me.
He won't.
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago.
Correct.
All this searching and I'm still no closer.
Is that your reaction to everything you just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish.
I think she means in person because she'd punch you in the mouth.
No idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy. I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
For years, I've suspected that Pharaoh robots destroyed this civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime. And what you want to know
Is my name.
is my name.
Yes.
Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question?
Something less trivial.
If you're so smart, why do you know so little after a lifetime scratching around in the dirt? It's not my fault you're bad at what you do. I came to these ruins looking for Elizabeth Sobek, not because of the things she did centuries ago, but because people are trying to kill me right now, today. I've got bigger problems to deal with than your crap.
Congratulations. You just graduated from whining to throwing a temper tantrum. I'm sure Elizabeth would be proud. You need to get a grip on yourself and start thinking straight. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
Okay.
What exactly are you talking about?
Break it down,
You've
Silence.
chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
Mm-hmm.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Pharaoh robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Correct.
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
You're insufferable, you know that? Let's get on with this. Elizabeth told Ted Farrow she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Asaram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde?
Cheery name.
You'll find it in the eastern mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR 7 Horus, as we're willing to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners have dropped.
I actually fully agree with you there, Aloy.
Well,
He really,
getting down
his
will be a
manners
lot
had really
faster
better
from
be
going up, at
improved,
least.
because I don't imagine
U.S. Robot Command
you'll
fixed.
take kindly to being
More
disrespected in
secrets
person.
observed there.
Is that still the next quest on my list? 18. Hunting for the lodge. Yep, alright.
It's cold.
I love that if you time the button press just right, she never breaks stride. Tiny meat. Rat bone.
Said meat.
That's what I was hoping to get, was a rat bone. I need fucking stuff from a rabbit too. Alright. Let's head back here. We can grab some more quests over here actually. I didn't even realize there was a skill to repair machines. Learned something new today. It's up above me, by the looks of things. I have to find a way up. Right there.
Lenora, I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this.
In grief, you hold yours close, like a talisman.
She has every right.
Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
Oh, no. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stone. But there are obstacles. And while Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaro lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would pin a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no reckoning. Flint-hawks perch there, drawn to the spire's shining.
So clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
To honor their memories is to honor us all. I actually like that.
Someone over there.
Hey, morning, adventurers. Oi there, Outlander. Name's Vilgun. Did you come to the city looking for work?
I mean,
Good
sure.
shots. And
I'm
if
trying to
my
figure out why you have
God
something over
wanted
your
to
eye
live
that
in your
literally
village,
serves zero
Stop there
purpose.
if you want me to hear you out.
I only meant a well-molded woman such as you.
Sure you did.
I heard an interesting rumor about a Banuk camp. Tame machines, the rumor said. So I hired men to investigate. Just investigate, that's all. Those Banuk are canny. Too canny. I paid up front. Well, half up front. I've had no word back.
So now you're hiring someone to find the last man you hired.
You're a sunk cost. This rumor's worth more to me.
So is there any more to the rumor about this camp?
The last bunch just wanted to know about the reward. You're a smart one.
Yeah, quit smiling at her like that.
Big enough for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like. Keep them, use them, sing to them. If it's true, if we learn how they do it, think how valuable that would be to all the tribes.
When you say valuable, you mean they'd pay you for it.
Girl, I'm not made of straw.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really need to hear anymore.
If I did look into your rumor,
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. It's on the edge of Banuk land, beneath the anvil of the moon. And you look like you know your way around the savage east. The east. If it's true they walk among machines without fear in this camp, well, you can't miss that, can you? Payment on return.
I don't like this guy's smile. There's just something about it that bothers me. I have no idea what it is. It just does. Okay, what the hell am I missing for a job site? Is it over here? Where the hell is it? Maybe I'll find another way around to it at some point. I don't know. Oh, that's where I'm going. Right there. Oh, it's in here.
We need to win 3 half-suns of our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
You mean these?
Very well, then. Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
You'll see. I don't like that. Hey, girly.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right, you're new here.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe.
Good man.
Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Oh, you remember?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me.
Good.
I don't think the Asuran know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain-hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
Oh, good.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons
Not yet.
I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
Ooh, hold on. Bylaws of the Lodge. Oh wow, this is a lot of stuff. Yeah, no. I ain't reading all that. Where's this leader fella?
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Regan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sunhawk. Now begin.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Yeah, you're gonna regret those words. Aloy is gonna literally break every record you have. The Record of Redmaw. It is well known that facts recede into fiction when they become memories, and fresh facts themselves are ephemeral among the rumors and legends of the South. This is especially true in the case of Redmaw, the most terrible of Thunderjaws, a machine which is nothing if not legendary. Few who have laid eyes upon it have survived, and among them even fewer can be trusted not to embellish their tales. All that said, here I have endeavored to truthfully chronicle all the calamities attributed to the beast, and all the expeditions meant to end such calamities once and for all. None have succeeded. As of this writing, the terror of the South still roams free, scarred perhaps, but deadly as the day the sun first shone on its armored hide. In the early spring of the 18th year in the reign of Sun King Jiran, a freehold was destroyed in the hands of the flood. 9 bodies were recovered, 8 ridden with cannon rounds, 1 flattened completely. No witnesses survived, though never proven. This is widely thought to be Redmaw's first attack. At that point, an expedition of 4 hunters was sent out. None of them returned. Their bodies were found. 3 blasted, 1 stomped, never proven but thought to be Redmaw. A few months later, 6 mercenaries were sent out. 1 returned with crushed ribs and a clavicle fracture. He spoke of Thunderjaw, which split a man in half with a single bite. This was the first confirmed sighting of Redmaw. A few months later, an expedition of 8 set out. None of them returned. Their bodies were found near Blackwing Snag. A few months after that, the king himself sent a expedition out. 6 went out in the winter. Only a pair returned. The surviving pair were sacrificed for cowardice. Half a year later, a caravan was destroyed. A year after that, 12 soldiers were heading out and were set upon by Redmaw. 11 of the 12 died. The last one was actually the trainer of the person we're going to see. It killed her trainer, but you can still see his spear in its hide as it was walking away. Interesting.
Here, Talana? I see you need a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Redmaw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole. Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. And that's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first becomes a Sunhawk.
Oh, interesting.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 sawtooths, 2 ravagers, and a stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me.
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
That's a lot of dangerous machines, though. The Sawtooth shouldn't be too hard, but the 2 Ravagers and the Stalker? I hate Stalkers. We need to find... Not there. Alright guys, so that's going to go ahead and end it for us here. We learned a lot inside Ted's office. The next couple episodes are probably just going to be hunting. Well, actually, let me check and see what the level on this actual quest is. Because we do whichever one is the lowest, do them first. Oh, so we got a lot of quests that we got to do. So, yeah, we got a lot of ones to do. So we're going to be spending the next couple of episodes doing various quests and things like that before we head back to the hunting lodge not the hunting lodge, but the trials. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. Take it easy, everybody. Later.